You said earlier that for some women, they may naturally go away.
Hmm. Hmm.
Are there cases that, if not addressed, they linger for years?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've had, women that are, almost at the point or are at the point of being grandmothers that are still experiencing these symptoms because nobody talks about them.
Mm-hmm.
And we have made it into this kind of a joke, about crossing your legs when you laugh after you have a baby and things like that. And so they don't know that there's help, and they just live with it. And so, and I will say, just to clarify, so it's really only diastasis for the most part. I mean, you will see maybe some in very early postpartum, those first few weeks, you might see that you'll have symptoms like leaking or whatever that will fade as your body heals. Your body has undergone a major, major event and you do need to heal from that. So as there is healing, sometimes the symptoms will go away. But if your symptoms, if you're a couple of months out, even if you're 6 weeks out and you're still experiencing these symptoms, they are more than likely not going to resolve on their own and more than likely going to regress further.
That is very important for them to know. So again, nothing is ever going to be black and white, but it sounds like 6 months is a pretty good cutoff to know that, hey, look, I probably have to get this addressed sooner than later.
Yeah, I would honestly recommend even 6 weeks after you've had, and I realize too that that's not always realistic for new moms. They're really overwhelmed. They've got a lot on their plate. Mm-hmm. But if you can book a visit to a pelvic floor physiotherapist when you are, past the 6 week mark, I highly recommend it. And by that point, they can establish a really solid baseline, even though, as long as breastfeeding's at play, there's a good, there's hormones, there's a lot of it, but getting that baseline and just sort of looking at those symptoms, it's going to do more good than harm for sure.